You don't have any clothes on at all, do you? You guys are totally.
If I live to be 100, I'll never be able to forget that big snowstorm a couple of years ago. Hey, it worked. Everybody shut up. That was good.
Take it away.
Keep going.
If I live to be 100, I'll never forget that big snowstorm a couple of years ago. The weather closed in. Well, you might not believe it, but the whole world almost missed Christmas. Oh, excuse me. Call me Sam. What's the matter? Haven't you ever seen a talking snowman before?
Sam picks up.
Nice around here, isn't it? I call it Christmas Town. But
See,
now,
Matt, you're reading through the
better known as.
description.
Hey, Matt, stop.
We're supposed to,
Okay.
there's no scene, so Sarah has to set the scene about where you are and what you're
You
doing.
see what's in parentheses? I'm going to be reading that. Excellent.
Sarah, though, move closer. We can't hear
I thought those were ones that weren't that important there, but they are. And your job is important. I wouldn't want to take your job. Forgive me.
Like when it says tip your hat, I'm not.
Oh,
gonna
I didn't
do
tip my
that.
hat.
You're going to tip your hat.
Oh.
But when it says you pick up your umbrella and you glide through the snow until the forest of trees come together, people aren't going to see that. So I'm going to say those kinds of things.
If I tip my hat, my mistletoe is going to fall off, though. So
All right,
I'm
well,
just
you
going to
could
get one of these.
Yeah, that's perfect right there.
Shall I start over?
You shall.
If I live to be 100, I'll never forget that big snowstorm that happened a couple of years ago. The weather closed in, and well, you might not believe it, but the whole world almost missed Christmas. Oh, excuse me. I'm Sam, the snowman. What's the matter? Haven't you ever seen a talking snowman before?
Sam picks up his umbrella and glides to the snow even further until a forest of Christmas trees comes into view.
Nice around here, isn't it? I call it Christmas Town, better known as the North Pole, the Christmas tree forest. Yep, here's where we grow them. Nice plant, nice to live around here, you know.
There's some seals in the distance playing with Christmas presents.
Christmas seals, of course. The #1 citizens up here are the Clauses, Santa and the Misses. They live right over there to the left. Oh, first castle on the left. Matter of fact, the only castle on the left.
Here we are inside the castle, seeing a skinny Santa who is about to dine with his meal and his wife, Mrs. Claus, who is beside him with a red coat she is holding.
Papa, you haven't touched a morsel. I'll have to take this suit in. Eat.
I'm busy, Mama. It's almost Christmas.
Who ever heard of a skinny Santa? Eat, eat.
Now, don't any of you worry your heads about Santa, because Mrs. Claus will have him plenty fattened up by Christmas Eve. It's always the same story. I love this Christmassy time of year, especially when everything is running happy and smooth like it is this season. Nothing like the year of the big snowstorm. I don't know what we would have done without Rudolph to pull us through. Anyway, Rudolph. Could it be that you are acquainted with the story of Rudolph?
I'm not reading that part.
Okay. Well, pull up a nice block and lend an ear. Now you know Santa uses his flying reindeer to pull his sleigh. You know Dasher and Dancer and Prancer and Vixen, Comet and Cupid and Donner and Blitzen. But do you recall the most famous reindeer of all?
We get opening credits. Yay.
Yeah, blah, 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 blah. Well, let me tell you about Rudolph. It all started a couple of years before the big was spring, and lead reindeer Donner had just become a proud papa.
And you gotta let
Rudolph.
this thing so we can read the scene. You gotta let that paragraph, anything in parentheses, give it a pause.
He froze up at that time too.
Can I make a suggestion?
Okay, so who gets a pause?
Yeah.
Can I make a suggestion?
Yep.
I think that if you, as the narrator, set the scene at the beginning and then let the dialogue play through. If you have to try to interrupt him in the middle of what he's saying, it's not going to flow through. So if you just summarize that and at the beginning of the scene, set the scene.
Yeah, but
right?
Sully, like I hear you, and excuse me for maybe stepping out of line, but like a table read historically does that.
I'm unfamiliar. I'm familiar with table one, but not the table read. So
Well, don't worry,
I will-
you're a star after this, King Moon Racer.
Well, and I think that
I
what
told you, Silly doesn't need any of us.
I think that what is going to need to happen is as we go through this tonight, I'm crossing out the things that I'm not going to say, like him shivering. And then I can talk specifically to the people who I'm going to be interrupting, and they can mark that I'm going to be interrupting it. You know what I mean? Does that make sense?
Yeah,
Yeah,
or we
mine-
can right now, you can just tell me which ones you're going to read. With mine, you're
Well,
going to do.
You know,
don't know
I
yet.
don't know yet
You gotta
because I
feel
don't
it.
know what is going to feel natural. I have an idea, and some of them are marked, but as we're going through, some of them might not make sense. So
Any
that's
scene changes need to be read. Anytime there's a change in scenery, that's going to be read out loud. If it's an action that the performer can do, then it doesn't get read.
right.
Wood,
Oh,
I
should
don't
we
think
just-
that I have the same script that you guys are reading from it. It's a little bit different.
Did you get it from me?
I did,
Oh,
but
do
like
you have the year without a Santa Claus? That's a good
I
one.
don't know. No, it's the same script, but there's like,
Well, Sarah's
It's a
making
bit
up
different.
stuff as she goes.
and it was something that you posted.
I'm saying things instead of like in the beginning, instead of it just saying picks up his umbrella, I'm adding Sam picks up his umbrella.
Okay, so maybe that's what it
I'm
is.
changing
Yeah, and
a
my
little
words.
bit.
Okay. I
I
was
jumble
like,
my words.
I didn't know if I was on the right thing.
Yeah. It's like when you give somebody a list at the registry and Sarah buys things that aren't on the list.
See, it is going on the list.
Also, everybody needs to mute that's not in the scene because you can hear a lot of like, coffee cups and I'm fucking.
If you're not muted, it does the spotlight, right? Sometimes.
Yes.
You guys
So
saw
the
Jeff
switch if it
sometimes.
hears a noise like
That
I
was
just
me.
I heard the
I like
dog.
totally coughed in the middle of that. I'm
That was
sorry.
totally, I was,
No,
I
it's
was
fine. It's
referencing
just-
you. It was all your fault.
Just mute if you're not up because it'll really pick up like everything. I heard a dog. I heard a coffee mug. Whatever. Just say.
Thank you, Darren.
So we're going to keep moving
Oh,
forward.
there's-
Yes.
Hey,
No.
Tom, where are you taking it from?
Connor.
Okay. Nah, we'll call him Rudolph.
Oh, Rudolph is a lovely name.
As a baby reindeer.
Hey, he knows his name already. Sorry.
That's right.
Let the narrator
I
read
know,
your
I missed-
narrations.
So guys, if you see parentheses, just stop talking.
As a baby reindeer with his big red nose wakes up from his slumber and looks at him.
Hey, he knows his name already.
His red
Papa?
nose suddenly glows
Mama?
bright like a light.
He's got a shiny nose.
Shiny. I'd even say it glows.
Rudolph's nose shines 3 times.
Well, we'll simply have to overlook it.
How can we overlook that? His beak blinks like a blinking beacon.
Ho, 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 ho. Well, Donna, where's the new member of the family? After all, if he's going to be on my team someday, he better get to know me. Ho, 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 ho. Well, hi there. Aren't you the sturdy little fellow? Ho, 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 ho.
Santa?
And smart, too.
Rudolph's nose shines, much to Santa's amazement.
Great bouncing iceberg.
Now, I'm sure it'll stop when he grows up, Santa.
Oh, well, let's hope so if he wants to make the sleigh team someday. You see, little fellow, every year I shine up my jingle bells for 8 lucky reindeer.
Yeah, we can skip your song for now. Unless you want to sing it, Jake.
Yeah, so in the middle of the song,
I am not going to do those.
It's just going to be the song straight through.
Yeah, I'm not going to
Sarah.
sing any. Nope, I won't say any of those things in the middle of the song.
Okay.
As I said, once we get to the songs, you're going to have just the lyrics with no script.
Okay, so right towards the end of the song, we'll get right to the last line. I am old Kris Kringle. I'm the king of jingling. Ho, ho, ho.
Bye-bye.
Oh, Santa's right. He'll never make the sleigh team. Wait a minute. I've got it. We'll hide Rudolph's nose.
Hide it?
Yeah. Come here, boy.
With his hoof, he carves up a piece of dirt and covers Rudolph's red nose to make it look like a normal nose.
You'll be normal, little buck, just like everybody else, right? A chip off the old antlers. Now. You'll get used to it. Put it there, son.
Rudolph cuddles him.
Aw, gee.
Mrs. Donner kisses Rudolph's nose, much to, there's something wrong with the wording here, to accidentally pull off a dirt from his red nose. Rudolph's red nose shines. Donner looks at her, and she kisses Rudolph's nose again. The scene fades back to Sam.
For the first year, the Donners did a pretty fair job of hiding Rudolph's unconformity. Donner taught Rudolph all the ins and outs of being a reindeer, how to get food, how to fight off enemies, things like that. But most important,
A sudden loud whirring sound is heard. Caught Donner's ears. 2 reindeer hide behind Snowy Hill as before 2 white fuzzy feet walks past. What is this?
most important of all, he taught his son to be aware of the abominable snow monster of the north. He's mean, he is nasty, and he hates everything to do with Christmas.
After the snow monster left, Donner and Rudolph come out from their hiding spot before a scene fades back to Sam again.
Now, aside from the abominable business goes on as usual. What? No, aside from the abominable, I'm sorry. Now, aside from the business goes on as usual.
The scene fades to a nighttime snow where a camera pans right to Santa's castle.
And soon it is right before Christmas, and everybody is getting ready for that big sleigh ride on the night of the 24th, Christmas Eve.
The scene fades inside the castle where Santa's elves are building and carving toys.
See, all the toys Santa brings are made by these elves. Seems elves have that certain knack for toy making, all except for this one misfit.
One of the elves is about to paint a small wagon red before suddenly...
Hermie, aren't you finished painting that yet? There's a pile a mile wide behind you. What's eating you, boy?
Not happy in my work, I guess.
What?
I don't like to make toys.
Oh, well, if that's all. What? You don't like to make toys?
No.
Hermie doesn't like to make toys.
We don't have these elves cast right yet, so it's just past 3.
Hermie doesn't like to make toys. Hermie doesn't like to make toys. Hermie doesn't like to make
toys.
I like that.
Oh, shame on you. Mind telling me what you do want to do?
I want to be a dentist.
A dentist?
Hermie holds up a book of dentistry.
It's fascinating. I've been studying about my kispers and molars. I love it.
Now listen, you're an elf and elves make toys.
He pushes away Hermie's dentistry with an unfinished wagon.
Now get to work.
To the other elves as a whistle blow is heard.
Whoop! 10-minute break, everyone.
Hermie tries to get off the table before his boss stops him.
Not for you. Finish your job or you're fired.
All of the other elves leave the workshop, leaving Hermie tearfully continue to work and grabs back his dentistry book.
Why am I such a misfit? I'm not just a nitwit. You can't fire me, I quit. Seems I don't fit in.
Ah, well, such is the life of an elf. Meanwhile, Rudolph is having his growing pains too. Old Donner is determined to keep Rudolph's nose a secret.
The scene fades to the reindeer cave.
Fit.
Holding a piece of dirt to his son,
No teeth.
All right, son, try it on.
his red nose continues to glow.
I don't want it, Daddy. I don't like it.
Oh, you'll like it. Wear it.
Oh, but Daddy.
Donner covers dirt to Rudolph's nose.
It's not very comfortable.
There are more important things than comfort. Self-respect. Santa can't object to you now.
Rudolph sadly walks outside where it's snowing. He strips off the dirt from his red glowing nose.
Why am I such a misfit? I am not just a nitwit. Just because my nose glows, why don't I fit in?
Fancy.
And so time passes, Christmas comes and goes on schedule, and soon it's April, when all the new fawns come out with their folks to meet the other new fawns and to be inspected by Santa.
All the reindeer fawns are dropped to school by their parents, including Rudolph and his family.
Now, don't worry about your nose, son. Just get out there and do your stuff. Remember, you're my little buck.
Rudolph walks off just as he came across another fawn of his own age.
Hi, my name is Fireball. What's yours?
Rudolph.
Come on, you could be my buddy.
Where are we going?
To the reindeer games. Makes antlers grow. Besides, it's a great way to show off in front of the does. Come on.
Ah, youth. Meanwhile, the elves are bustling with activity. Christmas is over, but they still keep busy with lessons and elf improvement.
All out for elf practice.
All the elves are lining up for their choir, with Santa and Mrs. Claus sitting on their throne chairs.
Let's get this over with. I have to look over the new deer.
Okay, Santa. Let's try out the new elf song I wrote. Remember, it's for Santa. So in a 1 and a 2 and a 3.
Nice job on your research, Darren.
What?
That elf voice change was like spot on.
Thank you. I'm talented. Good.
You could sing this little part because otherwise Jen Miranda doesn't get a line.
Oh, I sing. Oh no, I'm not singing. Am I singing this?
No, it's just we don't have many elves yet.
So maybe we all try it?
It is not an easy song to sing. It's very high.
Mike, I want you to
I
do
listened to it about 15 times since you told me I had to sing it.
So do you know it by yourself?
No, I'm not singing it by myself.
Okay.
I mean,
I do kind of know it now, but
Can you get us started and we'll all join
Yeah,
in?
well.
Is there going to be music?
No.
No, that's not happening.
Oh, come
How
on.
does it go? I don't mind
Not
singing
happening.
it.
I
Another glass.
And
I
Bumble
literally
mute your
learned
shit
this
when you're
song
not
like
around.
2 fucking hours ago.
You need more wine, Jen.
I'll do it.
I'm almost out. No, I almost know it 100%, but like I'm not singing it by myself.
I get it.
can't sing.
So
What do
we
I look
need
like,
to solve the
Jackie?
problem of the
Or
elves.
freaking? No, I don't sing. I need to sing with people's.
You can't. We can only sing one at a time.
Yeah, I'm not a singer. I'm not singing this shit by myself.
Do it.
I don't mind doing it either.
I know, we probably all have to be elves.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
We need a bunch of people to sing it. Honestly, there's a lot of like if you listen to the song, it's like really high. I don't have a high voice.
They're fucking elves.
So
Bunch of little
we
kids,
need more
maybe?
elves to come in and sing this song.
Maybe kids.
Maybe
and
we
then
can,
have
Mike.
there's like 3 different little parts in it where people speak separately.
Mike, I have an idea. Let's have kids that we know film it separately, and you can edit it in.
Just get some helium tanks.
Yeah, the kids.
Like kids, get like
would
Eli
actually
and
be
Sam,
really
they can do
cute.
it.
Feel like
And then
Magnolia.
each kid can do a different line.
That would
wherever.
actually be really cute. It's a very high song, and I don't have like a,
What tall elf gets to do, Jen?
Yeah,
My
you're also
part-
pretty short for a tall elf.
I could do my part, but I am not singing this song by myself.
I think.
Can I make it? Can I make a comment?
I think that the kids thing is good, but you don't have to sing it as high as the
Yeah, you don't have to sing
the
it.
people.
You can
There's
speak-
nothing that
you
says you
can
have to sing it that high. Just sing it in your own voice.
Right.
Hey,
Want to
I
skip
got a
this for
question
now
to
and just
pose.
move on? Oh.
What?
Yeah.
Hold on. I have a question to pose while we're on this topic. What's the idea? What does everybody think of the idea of, with the vid going on and all this stuff? I don't know if anybody likes the idea, but what if we picked a day, a week from now, that people were available? Would everybody be comfortable with getting together somewhere? We could social distance, we could wear masks, and we could record the songs as an ensemble on video, and then Mike can edit those in later. Because that's the only way we're all going to sing comfortably.
Yeah, I'm
Nobody's
down with
going to
it.
sing.
I think
Down
you
with
then
it.
have like the grid view with everybody singing, but the song will not be live. It'll be a recording.
Right.
But you can splice that in.
Yeah,
Right.
that's the same. Like I'll layer it over.
Yeah, I'm
All
good.
right, let's skip it for now and go to the.
All right.
Or wait.
Yep.
And we can even have the kids record it and like do the same thing. So
Hey, and Matt, as a side note, even if we don't do that, I was actually going to ask you that just for my little song, if we could do that. I know I have a husband that also plays guitar, but if we were
As
going to
well.
do that, that would work. I like that. I'd feel comfortable with that.
Yep, me too.
I think any actual musical number will be recorded separately from the Zoom and then put over the top of it.
Yeah, because
I would just love it.
I'm pleasantly surprised at how good we look and how it sounds okay as we read. It could be pretty cool. And if the music numbers are a complete bomb, it's going to be like, so if we put a little effort to get together, it could probably happen.
Yeah, like Sarah and I watched what was the play? The Alanis Morissette thing, and they clearly pre-recorded their song, but did all the other stuff just live.
Oh, how ironic!
Well, see, I helped Alana Morissette with that. That's how we did it.
That's
so
how
I
you
was
did
figuring,
Alana Morissette. Yeah. Okay.
whatever her name is. Yeah, her. I helped.
You know,
Alana
you can't see
Morissette.
that on television.
Is she the mom?
Alasa Morissette? Yes. All right. I'm muting.
So
myself.
Jen,
All right.
this is your big moment.
Thanks for coming.
She's gonna be naked.
Oh. Well, where do we want to pick off? Mrs. Claus?
All right, Jen,
Santa
pick us
Claus?
up if we don't like to brag. Top of page 6.
I don't know what the fucking pages are.
They're not numbered.
They're not in English either.
Some of them are really not.
No, it's
Wait,
definitely
well,
second
the
place.
song ends with, or the next line is Santa Claus, well, it needs work. I have to go.
I'm clapping and then,
So Jake picks up.
And for the 10th time, not everybody's muted when we're doing the shit. I can hear so much stuff. Probably because I have headphones on, possibly. So if you're not muted, you should mute.
All right, everybody get back to the new mute. Ready?
And Santa.
Well, it needs work. I have to go.
what does Papa know? It's beautiful. You keep it just the way it was. Papa, Papa.
That sounded terrible. The tenor section was weak.
Wasn't her fault, Bob. Her kid
What's
showed
that
up.
for, Bruce? What?
I do like having Darren do all the
Oh
L's.
my God, this is
I'll
hysterical.
do all. I'll do every part of this goddamn thing.
The scene fades back. The scene fades back to a toy workshop where Hermie is busy fixing up dolls.
Oh. Give me a second. Now this won't hurt a bit.
He uses his hammer and gently taps on the doll's teeth until a furious head elf
Just
bursts in
finish
through a door.
Why weren't you at elf practice?
Just fixing this doll's teeth.
Just fix. Now listen. We have dolls that cry, talk, walk, blink, and run a temperature. We don't need any chewing dolls.
I just thought I found a way to fit in.
You'll never fit in.
Walks back to the doorway.
You come to practice and learn how to wiggle your ears and chuckle warmly and go hee and ho 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 and all the important stuff like that. A dentist. Good grief.
Slams the door.
No, I just can't. It's like he said, I'll never fit in.
Hermie grabs his dentistry book and opens up the window where he decides to run away. The scene fades back to the reindeer school where Rudolph and Fireball are playing.
Hey, look, does.
Rudolph turns to see a group of 3 young does.
Hey, what do you know? One of them likes you.
Yeah, Fireball, you really think so?
Uh-oh, here
Janet.
comes the couch.
Rudolph takes a smitten look.
Wait, we gotta fix that. That should be coach.
The coach. There's a typo.
That's awesome.
Here comes the
Here
coach.
comes the couch.
All right, yearlings. All right now, that's better. My name is Comet. Even though I'm your instructor, I want to be your pal, right? Right. My job's to make bucks out of you, so let's go. Now then, our first game is called Takeoff. We all want to pull Santa's sleigh someday, don't we? So we must learn to fly. Now, who's first to try?
All the fawns shout for their first tries.
One at a time, one at a time. You're Dasher's little boy, aren't you? You go first.
No, I don't want you to.
All right, now, the whole trick is getting up enough speed and jumping into the wind. You got it? Go ahead.
A fawn is jumping for his try for his flight, but fails as he tumbles down. Much of the other fawns laugh in their amusement.
Very good for a first try. Next.
Oh, she's muted. There it is.
Sorry.
Jen Miranda.
Jen Miranda. Anybody who's not muted?
Want me to say it again?
Hey, and Janet. Literally, you're a brilliant actress. You missed your calling, but put your glasses on because your script's in front of your fucking face.
She has her contacts in.
I thought she was hiding your face on purpose.
No. Jen Miranda. Put it on fucking now!
She probably walked away. Can we mute her?
Totally walked away.
Bathroom.
She's practicing
You
her
can mute
singing.
anybody if you go back.
Mike, you can't mute people?
I can mute
Yeah, I
people.
thought Mike had mute
I can't
powers.
unmute.
There she is.
Well, mute everybody who's not fucking in this.
Sorry.
That's okay.
I mean, no, if I love Mike,
It's okay,
Hemcheck, but he's
Jen.
been not muted the whole.
He's quiet, though.
Yeah.
Take your head.
You hear? I'm telling you, with earphones, you hear a lot more things.
Yeah,
but-
Take
fair
them
enough,
out
fair
then.
enough.
well, you'll hear it. Okay. Well,
I'm in the room by myself
Bye, I don't
up
care.
there.
My scene's over. Bye.
All right, we're in Fireball.
Saying something about our internet connection.
We lose
I
Renee.
muted him.
He won't get to us for a while. Go get acquainted with that dough.
Rudolph giggles as he takes off to a young doe.
They call.
It's me. That wasn't highlighted. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. All right, it wasn't highlighted. Nice day
Yep.
for takeoff practice. I mean,
Yep.
I bet you'll be the best.
Well, I don't know.
Something wrong with your nose? I mean, you talk kind of funny.
What's so funny about the way I talk?
Don't get angry. I don't mind.
You don't?
My name's Clarice. Hi.
My name's Rudolph. Hi.
Hi.
Hey, Clarice.
Special attention.
After practice, would you?
It's your turn, you know.
Gee, I gotta get back.
He starts to run off, but then runs back.
Would you walk home with me?
Uh-huh. Rudolph? I think you're cute.
Rudolph joyfully jumps and begins to float up to the air for his first flight. To himself,
I'm cute.
Magnificent!
In front of Comet.
Oops, sorry.
That's okay.
Magnificent!
I'm cute. She said I'm cute.
Again, Rudolph floats up to the air, much to the other fawns, his parents, and Santa's amazement and awe.
That's Jake.
I think you're muted.
Sorry, I was unmuted. Not bad. Not bad at all.
Rudolph lands safely back to ground in front of Fireball.
Hey, you're okay.
She said I'm cute.
Both Rudolph and Fireball laugh as they engage in celebratory play until Rudolph's fake nose pops off, glowing red to Fireball's horror.
For crying out loud.
Fireball, what's the matter?
Get away from me.
Now, what's this nonsense here, Bucks? After all,
all the other buck fawns gasp, but then burst with laughter as they begin to provoke Rudolph.
And again, we don't have any deers.
I'm laughing at the typos in this.
Darren, you're up. You're all the fawns. Darren.
Sorry, he was helping me. My computer was about to die. Yeah, he wants you to be the fawns, baby.
Hey, look at the beak.
Well, I think keeping with that, we should have Renee or either Renee or Jackie.
What's happening? Where's
We're out of
Fawn?
deer. We don't have any deer.
We need fawns.
Hey, look at that beak.
Oh yeah, Jen Miranda. We're now designated deer.
How about
What am I? Fawn what?
Well,
You're fun too.
Anybody who's
Anybody that's like a toy or later in there.
I'm trying. I was waiting for my husband to unmute us.
In the boat.
No, V, Amy.
And the boat,
Jen.
and then
Can I be Fawn 3?
I'll be Fawn 4.
give Taryn. Hold on, let me.
Crap.
I'll be
V, you're
3.
muted. Darren, you got plenty of parts. Let the dolls have a part.
Okay, fucking I hate everybody.
Listen, Darren is in the making of being a star.
You know what? I think I'll have a wardrobe change for this line. So that Fawn 4 needs a full wardrobe change. I'm ready.
I could be 2. I'll see that elf thing, right?
Oh, you're at least a 7 or an 8, Amy.
Oh, there's 7 and 8?
You're selling yourself short as a 2.
Can you guys hear me?
I have to say, Michelle Keller's mute.
Can you hear me?
Strong.
Hear you.
Wait, am I supposed to be a fawn now?
Yeah, so did we figure out? Okay, who's the Fawn? That we need 1, 2, 3, and I'll be 4. And I think Amy sold herself short and needs to be 7. I heard.
I still have Michelle and Greg.
Michelle and Greg can be 1 and 2. Michelle Craft, Greg Craft, 1 and 2.
Okay. And who's gonna be?
Who wants to say Rainbow Puss?
Go ahead, V. It's all over you.
I don't know. Jen had her hand up for that one.
Yeah, Jen and Ralph. Jen and Ralph.
Jen and Ralph. See, we can't see anybody because Mike.
Oh, you can't.
I think Jen Miranda wanted rainbow.
So Jen's gonna be rainbow.
Just have Jen make up her own. So Jen, after those 4, you just come up with your own disc every time.
Oh, really?
There's
No.
5. There's 5.
I want to be 5. I'll do 5.
And I'll be Reg. I'm gonna be Fawn 4, Reg Schnoz. I say, who's 5? That's Amy.
I want to name. Yeah, I'm gonna name
All right.
Rudolph.
Take it, Abe.
This part should be improv.
That's what I was like, every time it's
That
different.
was funny. Okay.
Fire snatch.
All right, Fawn 1. Who's Fawn 1?
Michelle.
Michelle Crab.
Crafty.
We don't have a script, but we're going to talk here.
Oh, it says,
Just give him a disc.
hey, look at the beak, and then, hey, fire snout. So, Michelle, you're, hey, look at the beak, and Greg, you're, hey, fire snout.
Hey, look at the beak.
Hey, fire snout.
Jenny Goodman.
Rainbow Puss.
Yeah.
Red Schnoz. Rudolph.
Stop calling me names.
Jackie.
Oops. Yeah.
Yep.
Stop calling me names.
Reindeer.
The other fawns continue to laugh while Santa angers Donner, who droops
Donner.
guilt and shame.
Donner, you should be ashamed of yourself. What a pity. He had some nice takeoff, too.
All right now, yearlings, back to practice. Oh no, not you. You better go home with your folks. From now on, gang, we won't let Rudolph join in any reindeer games, right?
Nobody go in the parentheses, Janet.
Right.
Angry and depressed, Rudolph runs off to the forest, while Clarice, being the only fawn who didn't make fun of him, follows him.
Rudolph? Rudolph! Rudolph?
Well, what do you want?
You promised to walk me home.
Aren't you going to laugh at my nose too?
No. I think it's a handsome nose. Much better than that silly false one you were wearing.
It's terrible. It's different from everybody else's.
But that's what makes it so grand. Why, any doe would consider herself lucky to be with you.
Yeah, but I wasn't very lucky today, was I? I wish
There's always tomorrow for dreams. I'll learn it.
Love
We're
it.
going to be the woodland animals. Should I go find some chipmunks out front?
I said, I think we're going to cut the actual animal chorus and just let you take the whole thing, Nicole.
Oh, thank God.
All right? Like one verse.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking too, like with you and Jackie, with your scenes, if we do like record just a split screen of the two of you, it might make it, instead of having to jump back and forth, like do like a private, just record the scenes of you guys together.
I agree.
So we can see both of you. Like, I think that'd be cute.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Mm-hmm.
And Nick, I just have to say that there are times that I'm flashing back to the basement scene at the beginning of this when you did that thing with Mike Wood.
Oh, when I got to straddle him.
Yes.
He flowered me.
That was pre Ben McCullough.
Yes.
That was Hemi's basement. That was
Hemi's
deflowered.
basement.
All right, so
All right,
Clarice,
Ben.
all right, so Mike Warner's not here.
Cornelius.
So Mike Warner would come in and yell at Clarice for playing with Rudolph.
Do you want me to do that?
Sure, or Emma, because you're gonna be hearing this a lot, Emma.
I'm listening.
Yo.
Oh, just go. Okay. Clarice,
Papa!
you get back to your cave this instant.
Oh, but
This instant, young lady.
Yes, sir.
There's one thing I want to make plain. No doe of mine will be seen with a red-nosed reindeer.
After both Clarice and her father left off, Rudolph, still feeling sad, sits on a snowbank where suddenly Hermie pops out.
Oh, is this your snowbank?
No, who are you?
Well, actually, I'm a dentist.
A dentist?
You can leave your glasses on the whole time, Danielle.
Oh, I know, right? Thank you. Well, I want to be someday. Right now, I'm just an elf, but I don't need anybody. I'm independent.
Yeah, me too. I'm whatever you said. Independent.
2 Christmas ornaments fall from a tree where Rudolph and Hermie were sitting behind it.
Hey, what do you say we be independent together? Huh?
You wouldn't mind my red nose?
If you don't mind me being a dentist.
They shake hands.
The deal.
So you guys would sing your Misfit song, which we'll record separately. We're cutting the fame and fortune thing if that didn't get through on the, I don't know if I highlighted that or put X's through it. That one at the
You
very
did not,
bottom.
you
of the page.
highlighted, so exit. Yeah.
Yeah, that very bottom, the fame and fortune part, that's just gonna get cut.
All right. Sam the Snowman.
Okay, I'm gonna put an X through it.
And then Matt comes in.
Now
these two had no idea what they were letting themselves in for. The world looked a lot more complicated and dangerous than it seemed when they were snug and warm at home.
The scene fades to a dark snowstorm where Rudolph and Hermie are trying to walk through the strong breeze until they hear a loud roar from the distance.
Your nose.
He blocks.
Quick, douse the light.
They pan to the mountains where a giant fuzzy arms appear one by one.
Like I said, the outside world is up to its ears in danger.
So Mike, you have check.
Yes.
With the arms, like the only way we can see you is if you make noise. So like maybe just add a couple extra growls. That way we can see like your arms and hands or feet, like whatever it's asking for.
Yep.
Peeking out from the mountains is half head with large eyes. Much it frights Sam as he opens his umbrella to shield himself. The scene fades back to Rudolph and Hermie, still walking through the snowstorm.
Well, somehow Rudolph and Herbie managed to get through the first night.
A man snaps his whip to the sleigh dogs.
Mush! Mush!
Both Hermie and Rudolph hide through a snowy wall with their behinds sticking out.
Mush! Don't you understand North Pole talk? Mush!
He suddenly stops where he spots Rudolph and Hermie's behind.
What's this?
He pulls the duo out from their hiding spot.
Hey, you get frostbit that way.
Who are you?
Who am I? The name's Yukon Cornelius, the greatest prospector in the North. This is my land, and it's rich with gold. Gold and silver. Silver and gold. Wahoo!
He tosses his pickaxe up in the air until it lands on a snowbank. He picks it up where he sniffs and licks it.
Nothing.
We need to get some kind of little axe for you, Ben. So
I know, we need an
I need a
axe.
pickaxe. I'll get one.
And so Ben, here's where Matt and I were talking. Right? In
Yeah.
the in the show, it goes to Sam. He steals your song, right?
Right.
But initially, it was you in the original version. UConn was supposed to sing it until they got Burl Ives on board.
Right.
So we're going two different ways. Either have Matt sing it, and then you jump in with your Alpaca Gnomes Gold song, or you take.
I was just gonna say.
Whoa. Yeah, I mean, what the fuck? New background there, Derek. Yeah,
Well,
whatever.
Ben-
I'm down for it. I'm down for whatever.
Like, I'm kind of thinking it'd be funny if
Ben
Matt was
should
singing
sing it
and you interrupt him, like, that's not a song about gold. I got a song about gold, and then you can launch into your. Like, I don't know. I don't know. Like, the tempo is kind of the same.
Yeah, I gotta see if I would be able to work it in there. But yeah, maybe we could work on that.
All right.
That's what she said.
All right, so we're skipping the
skip
song,
the
for now. The scene fades back to Rudolph, Hermie, and Yukon Cornelius.
Oh, well, now I'm off to get my lots of things of supplies, cornmeal and gunpowder and ham hocks and guitar strings. I'll give you a lift. Hop aboard, mateys.
He picks up Rudolph and Hermie on his sleigh and grabs his whip to get his dog's attention.
Now mush! 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 Like this. Watch.
As they're all off, a giant, ferocious, abominable snow monster suddenly appears from the mountain and lets out a loud roar.
Gadzooks! The Bumble Snow Monster of the North strikes again! Look!
It's my nose. It keeps giving us away.
And even I hate, I don't know what that says. I hate an annoying Bumble Snow Monster or something like that.
I think the one thing I hate or something.
The Bumble
Yeah, the one thing I hate is an annoying Bumble Snow Monster.
The Bumble Snow Monster approaches close to the heroes.
We'll outwit the fiend with our superior intelligence.
How?
Dose your nose and run like crazy. Come on!
He, along with his dogs, Rudolph and Hermie, flees away.
Wait a second. It's what?
Wahoo!
Wait,
Hi, Max.
wait, hold on.
It's probably douse your nose.
What is it? Dose or douse?
Let's dose your nose.
Probably douse.
It'd be a whole new movie, though.
Douse your nose.
That's not the one I saw.
It's spelled wrong. It definitely, I think
Definitely
it should
a typo.
Oh, shit.
It's snowing when you dose your nose.
We're all nose dosing after this.
The wild
Let's go. 2 for 5. 2 for
You gotta
5.
go sit down. Yeah, you actually. You got it. You got it.
No deals.
The wild chase is on as Bumble launches off to the attack, while the three heroes escape him by running faster through the mountains and then to the nearby beach where they made their stop.
We're trapped. There's no way out.
His nose suddenly glows.
It's my nose again, and it's ruined us.
Bumble approaches closer to Rudolph and friends, ready to launch at them for his meal.
The Bumble has one weakness, and I know it.
With his pickaxe, he cut the ice dock in half to make a small island of the iceberg and cast themselves off to sail at sea like a raft.
Do-it-yourself icebergs.
Bumble arrives to the beach. Yukon paddles away faster from the beast and turns to Rudolph and Hermie.
Observe the Bumble's one weakness.
Hesitantly, Bumble takes his one step to the water to see if he could catch up to Rudolph and the gang. But of course, as he did, the big monster sinks beneath the water.
The Bumble sinks. Ha ha!
As Bumble climbs back to the land, he turns with an angry roar, glares at Rudolph and pals as they sail far away for safety.
Yukon Cornelius scores again. Whoopee!
He happily tosses his pickaxe to the air until it lands back, picks it up and licks it to find something, but
nothing.
Mister, where are we going?
You're going to stay with me, and we'll all be rich. with the biggest silver strike this side of Hudson Bay. Silver!
I thought you wanted gold.
I changed my mind.
Rudolph and Hermie look and shrug at each other to their confusion.
Yes, sir, our friends were really on their way, but none of them knew where they were going.
The scene fades to the reindeer cave, where Rudolph's parents, Donner and Mrs. Donner, look worried about their son. Donner gazes at the outside world. Dooner.
Dooner! Now you can bet old Dooner felt pretty bad about the way he treated Rudolph. And he knew the only thing to do was to go out and look for his little buck. Mrs. Dooner wanted to go along naturally, but Donner said, no, this is man's work.
I'm sorry, I both I think we should just let Matt or Jeff say that line. You think that would work, or is it too many pauses or too many unmutes?
This is man's work, honey.
Yeah, I mean, like, should we have Jeff read it as Donna, or have Matt paraphrase what Jeff said?
I feel like Jeff
read
it. Yeah.
No, this is man's work.
Donner leaves the cave, leaving his wife in tears until Clarice arrives.
And no sooner did the man of the house leave when Mrs. Donner and Clarice decided to set out on their own.
Two does leave to follow along with Donner on the dangerous quest to find Rudolph.
And now they were really taking their chances because, you see, the little ice boat had run into a pack of mighty wicked fog.
The scene fades to the foggy sea, where appeared from the fog, revealing Rudolph, Hermie, Yukon, and his dogs, who are still sailing through the sea.
Hello! Fog's thick as peanut butter.
You mean pea soup?
You'll eat what you like, and I'll eat what I like. Nah.
Suddenly, the iceberg hit a bump, which is another land, causing the three to tumble down.
Land ho!
No kidding.
Where are we?
The camera pans to the left, to the castle on top of the peak. The camera cuts to see Rudolph, Hermie, and Yukon gazing up at the castle in their awe.
Hey, looky up there.
He points to the sky where a winged lion flies.
Ooh.
Oh, sorry, I did it backwards.
It makes sense either way.
As walking backwards, Hermie then bumps to the purple box, causing a little man suddenly to appear from it, which turns out to be a jack-in-the-box.
Halt! Who goes there? Us, of course. Who do you think?
Oh, well, that's okay. Okay? Who, may I ask, are you?
We're Rudolph, Hermie, and Yukon Cornelius. Who are you?
Well, I'm the official sentry of the Island of Misfit Toys.
A jack-in-the-box for a century?
Yes, my name is...
Don't tell me. Jack.
No, it's Charlie. That's why I'm a misfit toy. My name is all wrong. No child wants to play with a Charlie in the box, so I had to come here.
Where's the here?
The camera slowly zooms out. Rudolph and his friends look around the other misfit toys, also coming to life by popping out from their boxes as they begin to sing in the musical number.
So this one's gonna have to be done kind of, because all the lines from the toys come out like here, like every toy gets their spotlight moment. So we'll have to figure out a way, like.
You heard it sound like.
So I think if we just pick up like, so like where it has clown toy, like we're not gonna do any of that parentheses stuff. All right, so it's just gonna be the lyrics. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So anything in parentheses is not going to be read during the song. That's like just describing the action. But like each toy gets like a moment where it's going to be them on the screen, and then there's 3 who sing together at the last set, and then there's 3 more, and then 3 to sing together. So we're going to have to choreograph that a little bit. But we have people sitting in a room now who have nothing else to do but this part, so maybe we should at least talk it through so they can pop in with their...
Right, so just maybe read their lines.
So yeah, like we want to travel with Santa Claus in his magic sleigh.
But even like they should start with the toys lines because they're all gonna say this.
Right, yeah, well it says boys and girls, right?
So if you're a female and a toy.
Okay. We're on an island of misfit toys. Here, we don't want to stay.
We want to travel with Santa Claus
in his magic sleigh.
Hey.
When Christmas...
A pack full of toys means a sack full of joys.
We're not doing
for
that.
millions
No,
of
Greg is,
miles.
yeah, no, that's right.
Greg's the clown.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Just we're skipping the parentheses. Greg, you keep disappearing. It's so weird.
Here, the most wonderful day
of the year.
Jack in the Box waits for children to shout.
Wake up, don't you know it's time to come out?
When Christmas Day is here. The
That's
most
all.
wonderful day of the year.
Here.
Toys galore,
Scattered
on the floor.
There's no room.
There's no room for more.
And it's all
It's all because of Santa Claus.
A scooter for Jimmy.
A dolly for Sue.
The kind that will
Even say,
How do you do?
when Christmas Day is here.
the most
The most
wonderful.
wonderful day of the year.
How would you like to be a spotted elephant?
You two with stars on your caboose.
Oh, what is the cute jelly?
Oh, misfit.
We're all misfits. Would you like to be a bird that doesn't fly? I swim.
We're a cowboy who rides an ostrich.
Or a boat that won't float.
We're all misfits.
All right, so they sing their last line. So I think they said we'll just have to have the toys at one point just do this separately because it even with just 3 of you, it's like really glitchy. So we'll just pick up with Hermie.
Gosh, no kidding, eh? That sounds awful. I don't blame you.
Gladly you're telling us, son. So this is why the island is our perfect place to fit in and make a living as our new home.
Hey, we're all misfits too. Maybe we could stay here for a while?
Well, you have to get permission from King Moonracer.
Who's he?
He points to the castle and the peak.
He rules here. Every night, he searches the entire earth. When he finds a misfit toy, one that no girl or boy loves, he brings it to live here, to live on this island till someone wants it. He's holding court in the castle right now.
The camera fades to inside the castle where at the throne room stood a king, winged lion called King Moonracer, sitting on his throne chair while Rudolph, Hermie, and Yukon approach him.
Come closer. What do you desire?
Well, we're a couple of misfits from Christmas Town, and now we'd like to live here.
No, that would not be possible. Island is for toys alone.
How do you like that? Even among misfits, you're misfits.
Unlike playthings, a living creature cannot hide himself on an island. But perhaps, being misfits yourself, You might help the toys here.
Help them?
Yes. When someday you return to Christmas Town, would you tell Santa about our homeless toys? I'm sure he could find little boys and girls who would be happy with them. A toy is never truly happy until it is loved by a child.
When and if we ever get back, we'll tell Santa, sir.
Good. You are free to spend the night. Footman.
A spotted elephant doll as a footman shows up.
He's here.
Show our friends to their chambers.
The scene fades to Rudolph, Hermie, and Yukon are sharing in one room. And they're on their bed, tucking in for their nighttime slumber.
No, it's all settled. We leave together tomorrow.
But the abominable will see my nose and get us all. I have to go alone.
Nonsense. It's all for all. I mean one. Let's get some shut-eye.
But
it's all settled.
Hermie clicks off the light before he and Yukon fall asleep, snoring loudly. Rudolph, however, is the only one who is not sleeping, much to his nose glowing.
Well, you sleep tight. It looks like it's my chance to head off alone. I don't care how long this risky journey back home it takes for me. My family are worrying about me.
Outside, Rudolph comes out from the small house where he ventures off by himself, walking slowly, and gazes to the house one last time.
Well, poor old Rudolph realizes that he can't endanger his friends' lives anymore. And so that night, he decides to strike out on his own.
The camera fades to the close-up of Rudolph, who sadly looks back at the island.
Goodbye, Cornelius. I hope you find lots of tinsel. Goodbye, Hermie. Whatever a dentist is, I hope someday that you're the greatest.
The camera cuts to the view of Rudolph, who's riding on the same floating iceberg, sailing to the sea back to the North Pole, while the sound of the bumble roar is heard in the background. Fades to Santa.
There it is. Well, time passed slowly. Rudolph existed as best he could. Existed as best he could? I guess so.
Yeah. Fades to Rudolph, who finally returns back to the North Pole.
The snow monster kept him on the run.
Rudolph is playing with the polar bear cubs.
But once in a while, he would stop and make a friend or two.
The mother polar bear growls, telling Rudolph to leave.
But it wouldn't last long, and Rudolph would be on his own again.
Rudolph, who is seemingly drinking from the pond.
But during all that time, a strange and wonderful thing was happening.
Rudolph reveals himself to be a full-grown reindeer, seemingly in his teens for now.
Rudolph was growing up, and growing up made Rudolph realize that he can't run away from his troubles. And pretty soon he knew where he had to go, home.
The theme fades to Christmas Town, where Rudolph returns, much to the other reindeer. The other reindeer begin to provoke him over his nose again.
One of the crafts. Oh wait, don't have a script, right?
No.
You, I thought you're gone for good. Hey, look who's back, old Neon Nose.
The reindeer bursts with laughter, much to Rudolph feeling irritated and unamused, runs off. What the hell with the much to?
Home.
They're gone, Rudolph. They've been gone for months, out looking for you.
Clarice?
She's gone too, and I'm very worried. Christmas Eve is only 2 days off, and without your father, I'll never be able to get my sleigh off the ground.
Gosh, I'll find them, sir. I'll find them all.
Rudolph sends himself out from the cave and went off to find his family and Clarice.
Well, he was just about to leave when suddenly
Fades to the snowstorm, starting off with the castle's roof being torn down.
it hit.
Next, the wind blows away the igloo along with two Eskimos.
The storm of storms. And only 2 days before Christmas Eve.
A forest of Christmas trees are blown by the wind, and then two of the toy elves are struggled by the strong wind. The camera cuts to Rudolph, who is struggling through the storm as he infiltrates the mountains.
Rudolph knew that he had to find his folks right away, and he knew where he had to look. The cave of the abominable snow monster.
Rudolph peeks to look inside, and to his shock, before the camera pans quickly to the right, like I'm getting rid of camera panning, to his shock, he sees his parents and Clarice have been captured by Bumble. Bumble holds Clarice up and is ready to eat her, while Clarice, in her frantic struggles to escape. Sorry. Oh my God, the typing is so bad.
Hey, Mikey Abcheck.
Yes.
Here?
Yeah.
You said I have like actual like the little there's like beanie babies of the Rudolph animals. I'm gonna drop you off like the deer. You can actually like hold it up.
I have them all too.
Like that size, like
Oh,
small?
you have them?
Okay.
Not a beanie, but I have ones that are about probably like 2 inches and inch.
Yeah, well, that's
All right,
probably
perfect.
even
All right.
better. So
Cool.
pretend to eat it and make some noise.
Yeah.
End up on camera.
Yeah, I'll have them. I'll have everything.
All right. And we'll cut Sarah. Like anytime Sarah says roar, I'm gonna cut that out
Yeah.
of hers, and then you'll just roar.
Yep.
All right, so Rudolph.
Put her down.
Bumble turns his gaze to Rudolph to his surprise and puts Clarice down. The fight between Rudolph and Bumble begins as Bumble narrowly launches at him, but missed as the snow monster trips down on the floor. Rudolph charges at Bumble with his antlers, but then Bumble gets up on his feet and uses a stalactite to hit Rudolph cold. The scene fades back to Sam, who shields himself with his umbrella, avoiding seeing the battle.
See the evil laughter part.
Oh, yeah.
Help me when it's over.
He peeks
Oh, where was I?
out and turns
Their
to
last chance. Not quite. You see, ever since Rudolph left them, Hermie and Yukon Cornelius had tried to find their friend. Well, they arrived in Christmas Town just as the storm hit.
It fades to Rudolph's friend.
It was a good thing that I sent them right out after Rudolph.
The two went off to Bumble's cave until they arrived to the peak in the cave, releasing his friend along with the other reindeer, or realizing, I'm like relsing, what the hell?
The whole thing needs to be.
It does, I gotta retype this. Relsing his friend along with the other reindeer are in danger by Bumble.
So Danielle, Sarah's gonna read something there. But
I'm gonna read something, but it's not gonna be that.
So we'll pick up with
Well,
you.
Mike-
What do we do?
That little parenthesis part, we're gonna reword it because it's like it's written by.
It's a hot mess.
So like your cue will be something.
What do we do?
Probably pick up with Bumble. Yeah.
Okay. What do we do? We can't let the monster get a hold of them.
I got an idea. Listen.
Uh-huh. Yes. And then? Not bad. It might work.
The duo leaves. Bumble is about to eat the reindeer, while 3 reindeer surround Rudolph's unconscious body.
What? Why doesn't he get it over with?
Ma, Pa, Clarice.
on. Are you sure we can get him out?
Never knew the Bumble snow monster yet who turned down a pork dinner for deer meat. Do your stuff.
Oink, oink,
Put some heart into it. The Bumble's hungry.
oink, oink, oink.
Bumble approaches slowly outside to investigate. So I think like where it says Hermie oinks loudly, I want you, like you should oink. And then I'll say Bumble approaches slowly to investigate.
You just keep oinking the whole time.
And you keep oinking while I'm saying.
Sorry.
That. So you keep oinking.
Okay.
Bumble approaches outside to investigate. Outside, Hermie runs away from Bumble, and as he is outside, just before Yukon got his cue by dropping down a big snowball to hit him. I don't know what that's supposed to say.
Wahoo! Terrible weather we've been having. Snow and ice. All right, dentist, you take it from here.
Hermie holds up his tooth yanking tool.
And it cuts back inside the cave.
It's Yukon Cornelius.
Ta-da! In person.
We're saved.
Let's get out of here.
Bumble roar. I like the way.
Why, blast your hairy bumblehide.
Don't let this big blowhard scare you anymore. Just walk right past him.
Bumble has all of his sharp teeth gone thanks to Hermie, who collected all of Bumble's teeth outside.
Golly, looks like we'll never have to worry about the Bumble eating us anymore. I tell you, you're looking at a mighty humble Bumble. Bumble. He's nothing without his choppers. Let me at him. Wahoo!
Along with his dogs, he begins to attack the toothless Bumble, who he now terrified backs away from Yukon and his dogs until reaching the edge of a cliff.
Trapped, aren't you? Well, there's nowhere you can escape from Yukon Cornelius now.
Yukon and his dog launch at Bumble, causing all of them to fall down to the pit, much to Rudolph and Hermie's horror.
Yukon!
The duo rush to the edge and look down to their sadness.
He's gone. Oh, he's gone.
Well, they're all very sad at the loss of their friend, but they realize that the best thing to do is get themselves back to Christmas Town.
We fade into Santa's castle. Rudolph, Hermie, Clarice, and Rudolph's parents enter inside, and all the elves and Santa gather around.
So they make it back, and when everybody hears the story, they start to realize maybe they were a little hard on the misfits. Maybe misfits have a place too. Even Santa realizes maybe he was wrong.
Rudolph, I promise, as soon as this storm lets up, I'll find homes for all those misfit toys.
Then all right, you can open up a dentist office next week after Christmas.
Come here. Open your mouth.
The head elf opens his mouth and Hermie checks inside for his teeth.
Oh dear. Tisk, tisk, tisk. I'll set up an appointment for you for Tuesday.
And sorry too, Rudolph, for the way I acted.
A loud
Open
knock
up.
heard behind the door.
This isn't a fit night for me or be.
Two elves opened the doors, letting
Open
out
up.
the snow, and in came Yukon Cornelius, holding a rope and his dogs, all still alive.
Here's the man.
He pulls
And
his
here's the
rope to
beast.
reveal the Bumble.
And here's the beast.
Everybody gasps in fear.
Now calm down. Now calm down, calm down. I reformed this Bumble. He wants a job. Looky what he can do.
The Bumble places a star on the tip of the tree. Much amazes everybody.
And he doesn't even need a stepladder.
But you and I were the side of the cliff.
Did I ever tell you about Bumbles? Bumbles bounce.
Oh, chuckle, chuckle, chuckle. Snort, snort, snort.
Oh, all that other stuff.
Ho, ho, ho.
Background.
That's Ben with like
So many hoes in this
cat ears.
They got hoes in different area codes. So.
Funny ears. Funny ears.
Oh my God. Funny ears. The elves are working on building toys with We Are Santa's Elves song plays in the background.
We are Santa's elves.
I got all my elves with me.
All right, let's do it again. This time with feeling.
Uh-oh.
Nice job.
Go, Matt. Bring us home.
Matt. Unmute Matt.
Somehow these last pages are all mixed up and they're not numbered. I have no idea where the fuck we are.
You were told to number them.
Beginning of scene. Look at the page. It says scene number 6.
Scene 6.
That page number 22, Matt.
And we have 7 scenes, right?
Yeah.
Well, as good as everyone feels, this is no time for celebrating because the next day is Christmas Eve, the biggest day of the year.
Santa and Mrs. Claus are in the dining room.
Eat, Papa, eat.
How can I eat? That silly elf song is driving me crazy.
You're going to disappoint the children. They expect a fat Santa.
Late in weather report, sir.
Well, this is it. The storm won't subside by tonight. We'll have to cancel Christmas.
Oh, Papa, are you sure?
Everything's grounded. Oh, the poor kids. They've been so good this year, too. But I couldn't chance it. I'll have to tell everybody that it's all off this year.
He gets up from the table and enters the throne room where everybody is setting up Christmas presents until Santa interrupts them, causing the song to halt in silence.
Quiet. Quiet. Please, everybody, quiet. Quiet! I've got some bad news, folks.
Everybody gathers around Santa to hear it out.
Christmas is going to be canceled. There's nothing I can do. This weather.
Just then, Rudolph's bright red nose to Santa's face. He brights
Best
his
grammar
nose to
ever.
Santa's face.
Jackie, bright your nose. Oh, Danielle,
Oh,
thank you.
yes.
I just literally wrote on the script, need Rudolph nose sound. All right, thank you. Perfect.
Perfect.
Each time that shows up, Danielle, you're in charge.
Rudolph, please. Could you tone it down a bit? I mean, that nose of yours. That nose.
Yeah, you can skip the whole part.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I think
we're skipping that. It doesn't even make
okay.
sense.
You got to sell it.
You can do flabbergasted and amazed.
Flabbergasted.
I mean, that nose of yours. That that nose. That beautiful, wonderful nose.
Huh? What did you say?
Rudolph, Christmas is not off, and you're going to lead my team.
I am?
Yes, sir.
I know.
I'm blind.
You and that one.
You and that wonderful nose of yours.
My nose, sir?
Ho, 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 ho. From what I see now, that'll cut through the murkiest storm they can dish up. What I'm trying to say is, Rudolph, with your nose so bright, won't you guide my sleigh tonight?
It would be an honor, sir.
Yay!
I knew his nose would be useful someday.
I'll say our son is growing up.
Oh, you dick dad.
I can't believe how happy that it. What? I can't believe how happy that it's no wonder my nose would make me special. Don't you hear me?
I know. I know so, Rudolph. I know so. I know so. I know, Rudolph. You have good luck. Make through storms.
I think
It's like
Jerry get here all of a sudden.
I know so. I know so, Rudolph. You have a good luck. Make through storm and gather them. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I'm just putting question marks next to all that. We're gonna
That's
listen to the
weird.
thing and see what they really say.
Yeah, we gotta fix what they really say.
Okay, so I'll say,
We'll pick up what you got.
Rudolph, have good luck and make through the storm and gather the misfit toys. Gather the
Wahoo!
misfit toys to the world. Yeah.
Wahoo! This is going to be the best holly jolly Christmas. Come on, everyone. Let's get the presents set up and celebrate.
Everyone happily gathers the presents on Santa's reindeer sleigh and bag while they begin to sing the musical number.
Have a holly jolly Christmas.
Have a cup of cheer.
Cup of cheer.
Jolly Christmas.
All right, so.
Oh, by golly, it's a holly jolly Christmas this year.
Pick up a chick, ho, ho, ho.
Santa, now fat after eating his food, along with him are Mrs. Claus feeding him and an elf looking at his paper.
Ho, ho, ho. Ho, 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 ho.
Eat now. Ho, ho, ho later. Turn.
Goddamn.
Oh, mama.
Now shake when you laugh.
Sully's not here.
That one was for our director.
Now that's my Santa.
Okay, thanks, Mama. My coat.
The two elves sport Santa with his trademark red coat, his hat, and gives him his sack.
Ready, Rudolph?
Ready, Santa!
Well, let's be on our way.
He hops on his sleigh.
Okay, Rudolph. Full power.
Rudolph's nose glows. Two of the elves open the doors.
First up, the island of misfit toys.
They dash outside to take off, followed by the elves, other reindeer, and Yukon.
Up, 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 and away.
Outside in the freezing night, Santa and his reindeer are taking off and flying in the sky.
He'll be a hero after this. Yes, a real hero.
That's my buck.
Now, you see how it's done? Wahoo!
He throws his pickaxe before it lands back on the snow floor. He picks it up and takes a lick of it and...
Peppermint! what I've been searching for all my life. I've struck it rich. I've got me a peppermint mine.
Hermie tumbles down on the snow and gets up with a smile.
We'll cut that too.
Yeah.
But we're gonna cut that Hermie part.
We're cutting the Hermie part.
Let's go
then.
right to Wahoo.
Wahoo!
So don't wait for Sarah on that last one.
The camera fades black
Okay.
and fades to the island of misfit toys, where 3 toys, Charlie in the box, a spotted elephant, and a doll, are sadly gathered around the campfire.
Well, it's Christmas Eve.
Looks like we're forgotten again.
But Rudolph promised we'd go this time.
Guess the storm was too much for them.
A bright light shows and a jingle bell rings.
Might just as well go to bed and start dreaming about next year.
I haven't any dreams left to dream. We'll never get off this island. Never.
Wait a
We'll shake some
minute.
bells there, Ann.
What's that? What?
We'll shake bells in it.
Wait a minute. What's that? Is it?
It sure is. It's Santa. And look, Rudolph is leading the way.
You can see his nose from here.
All of the misfit toys happily gather to watch Rudolph, the other reindeer, and Santa make the land.
Well, let's be on our way.
The toys quickly jump into Santa's sack.
Ready, Rudolph?
Ready, Santa.
Okay, Rudolph.
Santa.
Rudolph's nose lights up before they all take off flying.
Up, 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 and away.
Who has this? Both sounds good.
April.
And as for the rest of the story,
He went down in his
Story. A dentist.
Good grief.
Oh, good grief. Well, we nailed it. No more
Curiosity.
practice.
We're gonna sing
Amazing.
Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer just to see what happens. All right, so everybody in the room, we're just gonna stand. You know, your walls are falling down.
I know. I was trying to play it off. Oh, shit.
I'm just wondering if it doesn't sound. It might
We
not
only rented them
sound
until 9 o'clock.
So
Rudolph the
Nose reindeer had a very tiny nose. And if you ever saw it,
you would
even
say it
glows. All of the other reindeer used to laugh on him.
Pinocchio.
Oh, Rudolph.
like Monopoly.
And one foggy Christmas Eve,
and
in his underwear.
With your nose
so
bright,
bright,
won't
you guys sleigh tonight.
Love to have the shine down with
Blarby, blarby, blarby.
red
Red-nosed reindeer,
go down
you'll go down in story.
Merry Christmas!
It's on the Uniglide.
Merry Christmas!
Oh my gosh, Benny, are you exercising?
It's on the Uniglide.
Well, that's how you make it.
That's how it
Ben's
makes babies.
churning butter.
Danielle, you okay? You just like did a flip.
I know. Yeah, I flipped. Oh, I don't know where I am.
I don't think that sounded great. I think that could have sounded better.
Oh, that sounded perfect.